Hello, I'm at governmenthouse.com. This is the owner of Weston Snowboards. This is Leo. Welcome. How you doing?
I'm well, thanks.
Yeah, it's nice to have him in. He's going to walk us through a lot of the boards, and we're actually at this one of my favorites. This is the Japow. The Japow. Awesome name, awesome board. What's the story behind this thing?
The story behind this thing, it was designed for Japow. You know, Japow is just a word for Japan. You know, that Japan is just known for its deep. Most snow, I believe, per year from a snowfall perspective. If you've ever been to Hokkaido, it's just tits deep all the time. So this board was designed for that type of terrain with that type of riding in mind.
Now, how many times have you been to Japan to ride?
Fortunately, I've been there probably about 5 or 6 times now.
5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
That's number 1 on my bucket list.
Yeah. Once you go once, you'll keep going back.
Yeah.
So.
Well, how was this board designed to be benefited in that kind of conditions, like light, deep snow?
Yep. So really the key for that type of terrain, for deep snow, is to keep that nose up. So, we're addressing this on both ends. With the swallowtail cutout,
Well, you've been addressing on both ends. That's funny.
Yeah, literally, right? So in the tail, with the swallow, with the cutout, it really allows the tail to just sink into the snow, sink into the deep. And with just the huge nose in the front, it really just keeps it up. It's really difficult to get this thing to nosedive. Another special, cool little added benefit of the swallowtails that I found is when you make those quick pow slashes, to kick up that white room, it really just shoots it right up into the face.
Oh, does it? Really?
Yeah, you're eating the Japow too.
Well, an interesting thing about the board is that it actually has a centered stance.
Yep.
And that's centered in between or within the side or the effective edge of the board, which
relative to the radius, the stance is actually not set back. So even though it looks like it's very set back, that's part of the design of this board. Is really it shifts so much of it towards the front, and it really allows this board to it has an almost surfy feel to it.
Okay.
Whenever anybody ever mentions to us oh yeah, I used to surf, we're like, you should try out the Japow.
It might feel good.
It will feel good. Yeah.
Now with this the deep swallowtail, does this make it really soft, or what do you do to kind of stiffen this area up so it's just not a noodle in the back end?
Absolutely. We do put in carbon stringers between the inserts that essentially go down each portion of the swallowtail to still give it that rigidity, and it still is the thickness of it is still thick enough that when you are making those big drops, it still retains, doesn't completely wash out on you.
Got it. So it has a similar carbon layout to the well-rounded backwoods board, is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And is there a bit of taper to it as well? Is the nose a little bit wider?
Oh, definitely. The nose is a lot wider, actually. Yeah, and that just gives it that much more float in the nose. Yeah.
And then beyond the outline shape, the profile looks to be there's a camber with a little bit of rocker, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's because we're in Colorado and, we don't always have tits deep pow. This board was still designed to be able to handle and to still be able to ride on resort and to be able to handle the groomers as well, because it actually has a pretty long side cut that, a lot of people when they ride this thing, they are really surprised how well it does on the hard pack as well, because as we have to oftentimes travel through some variable terrain to get to those stashes of pow. So for our terrain on this side of the ocean, at least, it does help a lot to have that camber to flat to early rise in the nose. So
right. Well, it's a fantastic looking board. I can't wait to get on this thing. Hopefully I can get out to Japan and ride it. But
absolutely.
Well, time will tell.
That's the dream, right?
That's the dream. Cool. Well, Leo, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here. And of course, thank you for watching. Leave a comment or question. Let us know what you think of the Japow from Weston Snowboards. You can get a link below in the description, of course, if you want to buy it from thehouse.com. Subscribe to the channel there. Check more vids out there, and hopefully we'll see you on snow.